Hey everyone, it's Paul Hamilton here from UTB. We're going to create customized frame image holders in Canva today, and we're going to use either Keynote or PowerPoint. You can use either to do it. I'm going to use Keynote today, and I'm going to show you how to create these kind of custom frames that you can fill using AI or some of your student work or some of your own designs or brand kits. So why don't we get started? I'm going to jump into Keynote. Let's do a search for Keynote on my Mac. And then what we're going to do is just open up a blank canvas in Keynote. So let's go with a new. We'll go with a nice white one. We're just going to click and drag over the entire area, and we're going to go up to our shapes. So we're actually going to create these custom picture frames in Canva using shapes. You can do this in PowerPoint as well. So if I go down the bottom, let's go to activities, for example, and if I look for a card, let's use a playing card as one of our templates. That's awesome. So that's going to look great. We might also use maybe a credit card as well. But don't forget, there's some other things that you can do as well. You can actually create your own custom shapes, both in PowerPoint and Keynote, by going up to Shape and going to the drawer. So you could bring in an image and kind of trace over the top and create some graphic designs. You could do a range of different things there with those elements there. I'm not going to do that. I've got a little custom shape here. I think I've done one already that I've actually done a dress. And don't forget, any shapes that you actually grab, any shapes that you grab at all, let's say it's this playing card, you can right click and you can make editable. So what you could do is kind of drag that down a little bit and make that symbol a little bit bigger. So you can actually customize your shapes beautifully by doing that right click and making editable or breaking apart and then saving to your own custom shapes as well. Now, all we're going to do here is we're going to click on each of our shapes. We're going to go over to our format here, and where it says color fill, we're going to do an image fill. And then we're just going to choose any image at all. I'm just going to use this beautiful landscape one, and I'm going to do that for each one. Okay, so it's got to be an image fill. It looks like it picks it up by default, which is a great time saver. That one doesn't really fit up. So don't forget, you can also choose the kind of fill. So if you do the original size and then just scale it up, it's going to fill in the entire dress. So you can kind of customize that both in PowerPoint and Keynote. And then all we're going to do, everyone, is go up to File, and we're going to export that as a PDF. We're going to go to Save. And why don't we call it something? We're going to go with Frames Template version 5, because I've been doing this a little while. So I'm going to save that to my desktop. So that's it. That's the easiest process. Now you can really get creative with those kind of different areas. Now, if I minimize my Keynote now, and if I go back to my homepage of Canva, what I'm going to do there is upload that PDF. Okay, so you can see here I've got my Frames Template version 5. I'm going to grab that. It says, Paul, do you want to open it? We definitely want to open it. And it's going to bring it in as a PDF. But here's the cool thing that I had no idea about. So what I'm going to do is open that up. I'm going to click on the image. I don't need to give you feedback because it's working beautifully, Canva. I'm going to click on my picture, and I'm just going to press delete. And look at that. We now have custom picture frames that if I go to my elements up here and I type in dress, for example, dress frame, yes, Canva does offer some really nice templates, but you can see how we can customize them. It's almost like if I look for a playing card frame, it's going to give me some basic ones, but I kind of like this one because it's kind of got the see-through elements there and some different elements. Now let's bring this to life. Let's go over to our elements here, get rid of our picture frames, go down to our generative AI, and let's type in gangsters. Let's do gangsters playing cards in a bar. Not exactly child friendly, but that's okay. I'm going to go down to my styles, and I'm definitely going to go to my favorite, which is my concept art. So once I find that, that will be great. So I'll go down here. There's my concept art there. I'm going to make the image portrait, just simply because it's going to fill up that there. And so if I do that now, that looks good. I'm going to generate that image. And now what I can do, because I've created those custom frames, this will be great for mock-ups and a whole range of different areas that you can customize your shapes. And you are only restricted by what you create with your shape. So these are looking pretty good. So what I'll do is I'll just drag one of these directly into my pitch frames. That looks really great for a new kind of playing card setup there. Now, don't forget at any stage, I can double click and I can kind of highlight or I can mask specific things if I want more details. And so you can get some really nice custom feels by doing your masking. Let's do one for our Visa card. So why don't we do a people traveling. Let's go with happy people traveling. And then we could put it into specific tones. Let's say in burnt orange and blue tones, because that could be what my brand kit is. So I'm going to go this time. I'm going to do concept art definitely, but I'm also let's do that there. Let's go to generate again, and what that'll do is it'll give me that greeting card, or that Visa card kind of look and feel. And then we'll finish off with a nice dress one. We'll see how that kind of dress elements and the patterns might come through into your design. So we've got some nice, great images here that we could use. Kind of love this one here. Once again, you can play around with your own styles. I like that kind of concept art. Oh, kind of loving this on the bus. So I'm going to drag that over into this one. And once again, I can double click it all. That's actually kind of centered it pretty well. Might make it go up a little bit more so we can see that kind of bus. And look at that, we've got a nice kind of Visa card there, beautiful, that I've got my beautiful design at the back. Why don't we make our background black, so just to make that pop a little bit, or grayish. How good do they look? They're looking really good in regard to the designs. Okay, we'll go back. We'll go backgrounds, and we'll just put a nice black background. Oh, no, we'll go lighter. Okay, what about our dress? So if we go back here to our AI, we'll go intricate flower pattern, and we shall generate again. And so the beauty of this is you can start to think about mock-ups, think about designs, creating your own picture frames, and then applying it, whether it's t-shirt, whether it's clothing designs, whether it's a range of different things, which I kind of love. And so what we can start to do now is, why don't we drag over this one over here onto our dress and have a look at that. We've got these beautiful templates now that we can kind of pick and choose a little bit. We can apply new designs as we go through, but it's all come from that ability to look at our Keynote and use our shapes, edit our shapes, or create our own custom shapes going forward. And so once again, don't forget, the shapes that you bring in, we can modify, and we can kind of start to play around with some different designs, say with our dress, with some different looks in regard to what that might be. And then we can apply that, and remembering that all we need to do is go to File, Export as PDF, and then bring that beautifully into our Canva to customize those designs. Hope you found that useful. If you love this video, don't forget to like, don't forget to turn on your notifications when we bring out some new videos, because we'll be sharing lots in the Canva space in the coming months to come. Paul Hamilton here from UTB.